NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the New York Jets. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
One play action. Fields. This is Smith to the ground. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Play action here on the first play from scrimmage. They want to see how the linebackers are going to react. Are they looking to stop the run? Or are they going to sit back in coverage? A really nice job there of going in attack mode early, and they pick up a quick first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Here we go. 319. Out. Hey, can. All right.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down. The Jets had 8-6 now on the year. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Now Fields going to run. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
On first and 10, it's Hall. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. You talk about this Lions defense. They're a tough unit to throw against. Currently fourth toughest in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Fields now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on third down.
551. 550. Here we go. 19 strikes.
Fields throwing again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
From the 2 now, second and goal. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. More muscle up front for this second and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
Here we go. Tonight.
They'll look to run with Hall. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Sly on for the field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. So you talk about this Jets defense. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very... Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go, son. Go.
Give to Hall running right. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Well, this defense for the Lions, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
And they'll turn to power game to try to get in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Andrew Beck, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Second and 10. Now it's Richardson. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
He's got right on the short throw. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back to the air with Richardson. And his throw here is incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
And 4 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 14. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
and he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Ready?
10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Ready? Bronco 80. Ready?
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Come on.
Richardson to throw off play action. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Richardson looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Romeo Doubs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Now Richardson going to shift things up. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard
line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Second and 14. Now Fields. And his throw is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Fields airing it out deep for Smith. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time I look and repeat that in Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Gibbs will try and pick it up. He's still on his feet. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, 40 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Pushing his way through. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On first down, right back to Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Justin. Right.
Here's Hall again. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Don't jump. Ready? Right.
Here's Fields. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're starting to put some space here. First quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. Oh, it springs free. Montgomery loses it. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Right.
Running left, it's Hall. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here we go, Set. 58, move here, Set. Set out.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Joey Sly on for the field goal. A 34-yard.
Sly able to put this one through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Yeah, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stephens.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Here we go, Set. Move 58, move here, Set. Go.
To throw is Fields. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here we go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now a 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Green 19, judges. Tonight.
Here's Fields. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go, son. 331.
Back to throw. Fields. Touchdown! Arian Smith, 35 yards. And the Jets are able to move back in front. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
14. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
Second and 6.
Here we go.
Now Richardson back to throw it. This is caught by Williams. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here comes third and about a foot.
Here we go. Ready.
Richardson out of the shotgun. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23. Richardson working from the gun. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That is caught. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the 3rd quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Here we go.
The drive starts with a run by Allen. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully gets...
Ball has it knocked loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Anything. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
331.
Now it's Fields. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity miss there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Richardson. This to Laporta, right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Gain of 12. And the Lions 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On the 2nd and 5.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Richardson looking to throw this. That's complete to the Porter. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Come on, smash, like it.
Hand off now to Gibbs. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. 63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Okay, 2nd down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line.
Let's go now.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, a 3-yard touchdown run, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Richardson going to move them around. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what will be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
Here we go. Blue 58, blue 58 front.
Now they'll change things up. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to 3rd down.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Here we go, Snot. Blue 58, blue 58, Snot. Hey, 551, 551. Snot.
Out of the gun, Fields. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up the midfield.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second down and 3.
Test. Touch right. Here we go. Go.
Ball again. Will be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Don't jump. Ready? 58. Move here. That. All right.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Here we go. Sit high. Turbo. Sit high.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Well, they needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
551. 551. 12 go. Angel.
Back.
Tonight.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Green 19. Get that. Chip slant.
They'll give to Hall. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Here we go. Green 19, Jesse. Right.
Fields now to throw. And to find the open man. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 21. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust. That's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. One quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 19 instruction. Go.
Operating from the gun. Fields. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Green 19, right.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Hey, what my type activities, but don't you get involved? Hey, what? How many should I see? Send them off. Take a risk, take a trip. You know I'm tripping for my dog. Deal with couple sergeants and lieutenants for the get back. This revolution been televised. I fell through with the knickknacks. So yeah.
Here we go. Green 19, right.
They snap it to Fields. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
He's got right on the short throw. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Richardson. It's Williams on the catch. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
A gain of 12. And the Lions 1st down.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well,
we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker.
Intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that will bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
Here we go, set.
On play action, Fields. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. This offense on third down today, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Fields going to run. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
321. Right.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Allen here on the screen. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, and then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Andrew Beck with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jets have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Big play coming now for the Jets as they'll set up to go for 2.
Here we go.
The Jets will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They're going to try and run for it, but he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Ready, set.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Richardson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
In motion right, Dobbs. Now it's Richardson. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
I'm so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And Richardson looks to throw once more. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
Yeah, Richardson yet again. Wright's got it. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
60 Bison! 60 Bison!
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and here's Gibbs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. Second down and 6 now.
Ready? 18 cards, 18, find in.
Richardson working from the gun. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Richardson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
A big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Richardson. That is intercepted. Picked up by Jamie Sherwood. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go. Press. Touch right.
They'll try the middle with Galindo. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They'll run with Allen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9.
Don't jump. Ready? Green 19.
Now Fields. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Here we go. We're good. Green 19, gets that.
Here's Fields. And the throw here going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Richardson. And that's caught by Williams. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Trap 50. Ready.
Here's Richardson. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. He's got right on the short throw. And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage. They stop the clock. And they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well.
1st down. It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Detroit.
This is 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Richardson. Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Here's first down. They hand off to their big tight end. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to win. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And the Lions are going to win this game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions.